Hello, new faculty. This is Elizabeth Holloway. I just thought that I would give you a quick screen capture on how to use our online catalog. Some of you already may know how to use it, but some of you may not. So I thought I'd take you through a quick click by click. So if you don't, you can learn, and if you do, you can have a quick refresher. I'm taking you starting from the Kincaid homepage. That's sort of the easiest way to get there because we'll always be able to get to the homepage. In the right-hand corner, the way I like to go is go through Quick Links. You click on Quick Links, you'll see Libraries will be, I think, the fourth down. Click on Libraries, and we are going to scroll down and go to the Giacomini Family Lower School Library, and click on that. And when we do that, we'll get to the library page. And then we're going to look for LS Catalog. And when we do that, our online catalog, which is Follett Destiny, will open up. Follett Destiny allows you access to all of the material items that we have in our library, and also all of our ebooks that we own. And what teachers should know is that you can have the most access to the most information if you log in. Now the login button, I'm sorry to say, is a little bit tiny, but it's right up here in the upper right hand corner. And if you click on the login button, it will ask you for your username and password. Your username and password is your first name dot last name, and your password is your funky password. And when you do that, you can click login. You should have access to the catalog, and you'll notice that up here there are some different tabs. So we're going to do, and as a teacher, see up here it gives you your first name and your last name. This is Kincaid Teacher. And for our tutorial, that's us. There are a couple things I'd like to show you, and that is, as a teacher, you can go into, there's a tab up top here that says My Info, and when you click on My Info, it tells you what items you have out, what fines you have. There will never be any fines, what books you might have on hold, and things that might be recommended to you. And as a teacher, you have access to these things. But the other really important thing that I think that you might like is this piece over here. It says Resource Lists. If I click on Resource Lists, I can then build myself a list of books that I may use over and over again, or I might use just for a project. So I'm going to build an example list for us. I'm going to add a list as a Kincaid Teacher here. And I'm going to make this my first day of school list. And if you make this list public, if you click make this list public, then you can just shoot Jillian or myself an email, and you can tell us, hey, please look at my first day of school list and please pull those books, and we'll happily do it for you and deliver your books. I'm also going to add the last name of the teacher whose list this is. In this case, this teacher's last name is Teacher, just so it's easier for me to find. Then I'm going to click Save. Now I've created that list. I can go back to the catalog, and I can look for first day of school. Imagine that I have some ideas in mind, or maybe I do, maybe I don't. And when I do that, I'm getting all of these books that connect with my first day of school search. And let's imagine that as I'm looking through this list, here is a book that I love for first day of school. In fact, I'm sharing it with one of our classes, and I want to add it to my list. See this little check mark here? I can add it to my list. And when I do that, you'll then see that it says in this list. If I scroll to the top, the list that I'm working with is the first day of school list. Now imagine that I really, really want this book, Butterflies in My Stomach, but it is checked out. See, there are 0 of 1 available. But I want it as soon as it comes back in. Or I'm working at home and I'm not going to be able to pull the books right away. So I want the librarian to pick it up, to pull these books for me the moment she gets to school the next day. If I click on the title of any book, checked in or checked out, and I'll see some more details about that book. So if you want to know more about that book, I'm not sure about Butterflies in My Stomach, let me see. And I read the description, and oh, it looks like a perfect book for sharing with my class. Then I can click on this button here which says Hold It. And when I click on the Hold It button, it now has placed a hold request for this book. So when this book gets checked back in, a message will pop up saying, please hold this book for Kincaid Teacher. Kincaid Teacher really wants this book, and we will put the book on hold and deliver it to you as soon as it comes in. So back to the catalog, you can search by keyword, title, author, subject, or series. But I also want to show our new teachers something called WebPath Express here. WebPath Express, if you don't know what that is a way to search websites the way that NetTrekker searches websites. But these are websites that have been looked at by somebody and thought to be educationally appropriate, probably for students our age, and I'll show you how to do that. So imagine that we are looking for some books about whales, or some websites, sorry, about whales, and I click search. It's going to give me, it says that there are over 1,000 websites that have been looked at and vetted and now are in this system about whales. Now if I am a 4th grade teacher, I'm going to make sure that my search limit is only for grades 3 through 5, depending on what who my kids are, or if I'm a lower school teacher, pre-K through 2. And often we can then get our list a lot smaller and click go. And now I've only got 358, and then I can look at this website and see if it's a good match for my students. And if it is, I can add it to any one of my lists by putting it here, which means that I can then go and look at, I keep a list of websites that were useful to me for whatever study I've been doing. If I click on it, I'll end up on that website. The other thing that we said we can go back and look at our lists. We can create as many lists as we want. However, we can also go back and look at public lists. These are lists that other teachers have created that have been made public, or librarians have created. So I have there are a lot of lists here, but there are some that might be useful to you, maybe not. For example, there is a wordless book list. I know a lot of people like to look for wordless books. So just a quick way and some details about our catalog that might be helpful to you. Thank you.